Hi, this is Dave with the Bel-Aire company at ElectronicAirCleaners-com. Today I'm going to show you a test procedure we use to bypass the airflow sensor. These electronic air cleaners won't power up unless it senses airflow in the ductwork, and it does that by sensing a vacuum. And that's what this device does. This side of the nozzle senses a vacuum and this nozzle senses pressure. And so if I wanted to turn this on now without having it connected to the ductwork and having a blower to create a vacuum, I can just take a hose and put it on the pressure side and blow on a little bit, and you'll see the neon light light up. And the neon light lights up. And the other way is, this is the vacuum side, and I can produce a little vacuum there and it'll turn this on. These nozzles get brittle when they get old, so this is tricky, getting those hoses off. And so in this case, I'm just going to create a vacuum. You'll see the neon light turn on. So I'm drawing through the tube and it turns it on that way. So that's how we turn the air cleaner on and test the airflow sensor. The other way is if we just wanted to measure the voltage or something, and we just wanted to force this on so we could work on it or something, or just test to make sure the power supply is working, it's not a problem with the airflow sensor, is we can jumper it with a jumper to chassis ground. Hook chassis ground there, we hook the other side of the jumper to this standoff resistor, and you'll see the neon light is on. And I'll give it a test. You'll notice I keep the shank of the screwdriver grounded for this test. And so we get plenty of voltage. On this, there's two voltages with the Honeywell electronic air cleaners. One goes to the ionizing wires, and it's around 8400 volts, and one goes to the collector cells, those collector plates, and it's around 4200 volts with respect to ground. And so now we have this forced on with this jumper on. We'll be able to just measure the voltage. And here we see around 4000, and there's around 8000. But for the most part, when you get a good spark like that, you know you're good. You draw an arc maybe of 1/4 of an inch. Now, the other way to bypass the airflow sensor, turn this off, is we pull the plug off the power supply board. This is the plug going to the airflow sensor. And we put a shunt on the pins on the left side. You can also see there's a little bit of labeling there that says bypass airflow sensor. And that's like that. And with that like that, that'll force it on. If you just didn't need your airflow sensor anymore because you ran your blower all the time and the air cleaner was on all the time, something like that, and you could just put that shunt there. Or you might have your blower connected to your air cleaner connected to the circuit board in the furnace that turns it on whenever there's airflow. So now you see that's on because I have that jumper there, so it doesn't need to sense airflow. Plenty of spark there. This is the ionizing voltage. This is the collector plate voltage. The collector plate voltage will have a lot less zap if this power box was just sitting on the bench and not connected to these cells. So that's the test procedure for the airflow sensor and how to bypass it on a Honeywell electronic air cleaner, model F300E and model F50F.